In this video, we're going to see how we can create models inside Unreal Engine 5. So in the previous lessons, we learned how to import from different sources, like the marketplace, where we can find samples. We can also use scenes and levels or maps from previous versions, like Unreal Engine 4, and this is going to convert them into Unreal Engine 5. And all we need to do is to check if the UVs are okay, if the collisions are okay, and everything is fine also with Lumen and Nanite. So all we need to do is to switch to the newest technologies, which are mainly Nanite and Lumen. We need to make sure of that. So we talked about how to also import from websites or other software, 3D software like Blender and SketchUp, but also Revit and Cinema 4D, 3ds Max. By the way, we also talk about smoothing groups and all those issues like collisions, UV maps, unwrap light maps. So this is the stuff from the previous lesson. And I want to add this information. So in Cinema 4D, the smoothing groups are called Phong. So it's called the Phong effect. So this is just to show you that in every software, you will find perhaps a different terminology, but this is representing the same thing of the smooth effect. So this is gonna add to the things that we said in the previous video. And in 3D Studio Max, we have smoothing groups. Now, I think that 3D Studio Max and Cinema 4D are the most popular 3D modeling tools. Now, we can create models in Unreal Engine 5, not only the ones that you see here. These are like the basic stuff, the basic shapes or 3D primitives that we can create. But we can also go further here in Unreal Engine 5. So they are updating and evolving in the 3D modeling part, but it's not yet at the level that you can find, for example, in Cinema 4D or 3ds Max or Blender or Maya and so on. Now, in addition to that, we also have sculpting tools in Unreal Engine 5, but again, they are not yet to the level of the most advanced software like ZBrush or Madbox, and same thing for the painting. So sculpting and painting. For the sculpting, I'll suggest you can check Armor Paint or Substance, and you can find videos and guides and courses in the channel. So if you're interested, just write in the comments, write your questions or your suggestions as well. Okay, now before we get into this, I'm just going to show you that these are all the models that I have created within Unreal Engine, except this one here that it's from Quixel. So remember, to access Quixel, you go to Window and you go to Quicksort Bridge, and you can get these really advanced 3D assets and materials that you can use. And of course, you cannot do this, in my opinion, you cannot do this in Unreal Engine 5. You need software like, again, 3D modeling software, 3D sculpting, and 3D painting software. So you can get some 3D assets from here. Let me just do another example here. In 3D assets, we can go to building and then, for example, pillar. We can get something here as a pillar, and you can find some really simple models like these cylindrical pillars. You can do this in Unreal Engine 5, but you cannot do the most advanced, or perhaps you can do it, but it will be really difficult. So you can see I've downloaded this one here. Let's download this similar one together just to show you what will happen. And while this downloads, I want to show you something more interesting. So let me go here again into the browser. So before we could use the geometry brushes in Unreal Engine 4, for example. So in previous version, you can see here, we had the geometry brushes that were really simple modeling tools that help us to create like a really rough model. So this operation is called blocking out, or kind of creating drafts. So you can see here in the documentation, we have an example of what brush blocking or blocking out a level mean. So this is again kind of a rough version of what you have in mind for your level or your map, and then you're gonna convert it into this by adding more detailed models and sculpting and lighting and materials and so on. But usually when we develop a game or a map or just an interactive application, you want to start with this to make sure that everything goes smooth and fine with all the parts of the level before you actually get into this more uh, advanced part, which is going to take more time. So this is how it's usually it works in the game business. So before we have this creating, we add these brushes to create a simplified version of the model, and then we imported all the props and the stuff to make it nice and realistic. You can see also some example just by searching level design blockout. You will see the difference between the rough model and the detailed model. So what we could do in Unreal Engine in the previous version was this kind of really simplified version of the level. We can still do that here. We also have some additional tools in Unreal Engine 5, but again, we are not as advanced as the other software that I showed you before. Now, just to show you where you can get this new modeling tools set, there you go. You need to go into plugins and search for modeling tools editor mode, and you need to activate that. So let's get back into Unreal Engine, and there is my model ready to be, well, actually, I already had that one. So I'm gonna click on this, and it's gonna be added into my content browser in this case, but you can find it as well in the content drawer down at the bottom. So you need to go to Megascans as we saw before, or you can go here, just search for the asset that you're looking for. So if you click and drag that from Quicksort, there you go, you have this nice and really highly detailed model. I want to make it as big as that, but sometimes you need to fix stuff. And again, we went through all the different things that you need to check in the previous video. So if I double click this statics mesh, I'm gonna get into the editor, and I can easily see that this doesn't have collision. So if I go here and see simple collision, doesn't have simple collision. Complex collision, yeah, it does have complex collisions, which I can use. So all I need to do is to go here and just use the, well, let's just type here collisions. Okay, and you can just use a quick setup like use complex collisions as simple. So it's going to use this really complex thing to make the collision. But I believe that in this case, this is too much. So you just go there and assign a box simplified collision. So you're just going to use the simplified collision for this. You don't need complex collisions for that. Now, this is another example. So when I usually, let's say, design my level in a draft mode, I would probably place here a simple box like this. So I would go to the actors and go to the shapes, basic shapes. I would add a cube, and then I will place it into position where I need it. Scale it with the scale. So this is not gonna be like something really precise because I don't really know what the scale would be, but you know, something rough. You can click and drag here with your left mouse to smoothly change the size here. So click and drag with the left mouse. So this is gonna be like the draft version or the rough version or the blocking out version, and this one here then will be like the final pillar or column that I will add. So sometimes you can create two levels here, or two layers actually. You can place on one layer all the draft version of the level, and on the other one